Welcome back to Rhythm Guitar Book 3. This book takes a deep dive into all sorts of movable chord shapes. We're on pages 19 and 20. So far we've played exercises that only use the E major shape or only use the A major shape. The exercises in this lesson will combine shapes. You can watch all these videos for free, but it's going to be a lot easier to learn if you have your own copy of Rhythm Guitar 3 that you can read from and write in. Plus you can help support a music teacher, so I'll leave a link in the description. Top of page 19, we have number R24, this E and A major shapes etude. As the title of the etude would suggest, we're going to be switching back and forth between the E major shape and the A major shape. This is going to give you a big advantage because in the previous exercises, previous lessons, you had to slide all over the fretboard to play those progressions. When you can combine these shapes, you can generally play in one area of the fretboard without jumping around. At the beginning, we can see that we have a C major marked on the 8th fret. So we need to find our C at the 8th fret. That will be in the 6th string. Now, if it's on the 6th string, that is going to be the E major shape. Next, we have an F, also at the 8th fret. So that's going to be on the 5th string, your root F. And because that is on the 5th string, we'll be playing the A major shape. Next, we have a B flat marked in 6th position. Find your B flat at the 6th fret. That will be on the 6th string, and that will be back to the E major shape. E flat in 6th position, so that's got to be on the 5th string, the other string, with the A major shape. A flat in 4th position, so you find your A flat at the 4th fret. That will be on the 6th string. Because that's on the 6th string, that'll be the E major shape. D flat at the 4th fret, so that'll be on the 5th string, A major shape. F sharp, that'll be at the 2nd fret, so that'll be on the 6th string, back to the E shape. This B is marked in 7th position, so there is a B right here on the 5th fret in 2nd position, but this is going to be 7th position on the 6th string, so that'll be the same shape. So over the F sharp, you'll take that E shape and just slide it up to the 7th fret for this B. Then after that, on the 3rd line, we have an E 7th fret with the A major shape, an A at the 5th fret, that'll be on the 6th string, so E major shape. D at the 5th fret, that will be on the 5th string for the A major shape. G at the 3rd fret, that'll be on the 6th string, so E major shape. And this C, unlike the first C of the exercise, this C is marked at the 3rd fret. That'll be on the 5th string with the A major shape. Once you're comfortable finding your root notes and your chords, go ahead and play through the exercise as slowly as you need to. It's more about accuracy, finding those root notes and chords right now than it is speed. Speed will come with time as you get familiar with these chords. Also, don't worry about a fancy strumming pattern. Throughout most of this book, I'm just going to be playing quarter notes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. At the bottom of page 19, we have number R25, another E and A major shapes etude. This time, instead of being given the fret or position number, you're told what string your root note will be on. So from there, you can figure out where to play that chord. At the beginning, we need to find a C on the 5th string. That'll be at the 3rd fret. And then that would be with the A major shape. Next, we have an F, 6th string root. So F on the 6th string will be at the 1st fret, and that'll be the E major shape. Then a B flat, we need to find a B flat on the 5th string for this root because it's marked 5th string root, and then that'll be A major shape. E flat, also on string 5, so find your E flat. That'll be at the 6th fret. Same shape, the A major shape. Next line, A flat on the 6th string. That'll be at the 4th fret with the E major shape. Then a D flat on the 6th string as well. That's going to be up at the 9th fret. Same shape because that's on the 6th string. F sharp on string 5. That will also be at the 9th fret, just with the A major shape now. Then a B on string 6. That'll be at the 7th fret with the E major shape. Then an E, this is the 3rd line now, then an E with the 5th string root. So the E on the 5th string is at the 7th fret, and that'll be the A shape. An A on the 6th string, that'll be at the 5th fret. A D on the 5th string at the 5th fret. G on the 6th string, that'll be at the 3rd fret with the E major shape. And then C again on the 5th string again, 3rd fret. Once you're comfortable finding those chords, go ahead and play the exercise, moderate pace, simple pattern. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. At the top of page 20, we have number R26, another E and A major shape etude. This one does not have any fret markers. It does not have any indication of what string to play a root on. Now it's your decision, and there's no real right or wrong. What you do want to do is try to play as efficiently as possible and not have to scoot around the fretboard too much. So before we play through the entire exercise, let's find our root notes and then figure out what chords go with those root notes. At the beginning, we have an F major chord, so we need to find an F either on the 5th string or the 6th string. On the 6th string, we can play an F down at the 1st fret. That would be with the E major shape. Our other option would be the F at the 8th fret on the 5th string, and that would be with the A major shape. I'm going to start with that 8th position F, but we're going to go back and talk about decisions you would make based on the 1st position F. So here's our F major at the 8th fret. We need to find a nice close B flat for our root for the B flat major, and the closest one is on the 6th string, 6th fret, so that'll be with the E major shape. From there, we want to find a nice close A flat, and that's just going to be 2 frets down, same shape. And then F major again, I'm just going to go back up to the original 8th position. Then we need to find a nice close D flat for our D flat major. Now there's a D flat here on the 5th string, the 4th fret, but the closest one is up here at the 9th fret on the 6th string. That'll be with the E major shape. Then the closest C after that for our C root is simply 1 fret down at the 8th fret, same shape. And then an F again. We're already at the 8th position, so just play this F at the 8th fret with the A major shape. Then play the A flat as we did before at the 4th fret. Now there's a close A flat up here at the 11th fret, but that's getting a little high. I like to play more in the middle of the fretboard, so let's do this at the 4th fret. B flat for on the next line. Same place we did before at the 6th fret with the E major shape. Back to the A flat. And another F, but this time, instead of going up to the 8th fret, which you could easily do, it's the end of the etude. To give it a nice big chord at the end, I think I will just take that A flat, slide that shape down for the low F. When I play through this exercise in just a minute, I'm going to start my F on the 8th fret, but let's talk about some decisions you might make if you start your F at the 1st fret on the 6th string. So here's our nice big F chord, 1st fret on the 6th string, so that's going to be with the E major shape. You want to find a nice close B flat, and you're right there because there's a B flat also at the 1st fret on the 5th string. That would be the A shape. This next A flat you would play as you did before at the 4th fret with the E shape, and then slide down again for that F major chord at the 1st fret. And next line, we don't want to find a nice close D flat. Earlier we played the D flat up at the 9th fret on the 6th string, but in this case we have a closer D flat on the 5th string at the 4th fret. That'll be with the A major shape. And C is always just 1 fret away from D flat, so you just take that same shape, slide it down for your C chord, back to your big F chord, your A flat, and 3rd line, you would just make those same decisions we did before, because there's a B flat right there at the 6th fret, A flat again, and slide down for the F. Once you're able to find those chords fairly easily, go ahead and play through the exercise, moderate pace, simple pattern. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. At the bottom of page 20, we have number R27, another E and A major shape etude. Again, this one doesn't have any kind of markings as to where to play those chords. It's up to you. So let's find our root notes first and then figure out our chords. We first need to find our root note for a D major chord. There's one in the middle of the fretboard here on the 5th string, 5th fret. And there's another one way up high at the 10th fret on the 6th string. Now, I tend to play my chords more in the middle of the fretboard when I can, so I am going to start in the middle with that D on the 5th string, 5th fret. That'll be with the A major shape. And then from there, we want to find the closest G for our G root. That'll be right there at the 3rd fret, and because that's on the 6th string, that'll be the E major shape. Then we have a D again, and then we have an A major. The closest one is right there. We're playing our D at the 5th fret. There's an A at the 5th fret on the 6th string, so it'll be the E major shape. The closest B, we're looking at the 2nd line now, the closest B to that A is at the 7th fret, so we take that same shape, just slide it up, and B and C are always next to each other, so you can slide up again, play your C at the 8th fret there. Now here's a D, however, we played our earlier D at the 5th fret, but look how close we are to this D at the 10th fret. So if you like, you could move up to 10th fret, or you could move back up to the 5th fret. Now if you're at the 10th fret, use your E major shape, and if you're at the 5th fret, back to your A major shape. Now when I do the playthrough, I'm going to go ahead and do the 10th fret. Now the 3rd line, we have a conundrum, because I kind of want to play in the middle, and I've worked my way up. So I'm just going to go ahead and switch to our original D at the beginning of the 3rd line at the 5th fret. Now again, you can play these wherever you want. These are just choices you can make. Then the same G we played before at the 3rd fret, same A we played before, and that D again at the 5th fret. Once you've made your decisions and you figure out where you want to play those chords and you're comfortable finding those chords, go ahead and play the exercise, moderate pace, easy pattern. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Your assignment is to practice the exercises on pages 19 through 20 and continue memorizing the notes on strings 5 and 6 as needed. Don't forget to order your own copy of Rhythm Guitar 3. The link is in the description. Take your time with this, and then when you're ready, I'll see you on page 21. We're going to practice switching between E and A major shapes with some simple songs.